welcome to our game. NBA Cup action coming your way shortly. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony courtside. On our sidelines tonight, reporting Allie LaForce. Now we'll look at the starting lineup for the Bronx. We've got Garnett. White is out there with the closer. Then it's Q, and it's Shea in at the 4. And for Milwaukee, Trent on the wing. He's joined by Kuzma. Turner at center with Antetokounmpo next to him. And it's Anthony in at the point. Greg, no secret that these teams don't like each other. Could things get a little chippy tonight?
It would not surprise me at all, Kevin. These teams, not only fierce rivals, but there's a little bit of animosity for one another. Throw in the fact that both these teams play in the same conference. Yeah, I'd say the spirits might be high tonight.
This is exactly what Trent Jr. is known for. Long-range sniping.
And White kicks to Shea. Oh, wow! What a finish with the reverse dunk.
Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim.
Boy, the guys on the bench loving every minute of that one.
And it's sent back by White. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
And stolen by Shea. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, guys, after giving up Damian Lillard to the wave and stretch, the Bucks are going point guard by committee, with Kevin Porter Jr., Cole Anthony, and Ryan Rollins all contributing. And I expect we'll see the ball in Giannis' hands early and often.
He knows his stuff. Shams Charania with the report. Hey, Shams, thanks. Now, here's Antetokounmpo, his last outing with 20 points. 5 to shoot. Out to the wing. Here's Kuzma. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Shot's good by Anthony.
The closer the better for Anthony, as is the case for most guys. He just wants to drop that one in.
Trent against White.
Oh, yes, sir. Come on, bring it.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Save that one. Boys, I'm going to want to see that a few times.
Oh, me too, right? Jaws on the ground all over this building.
I wonder how long he's worked on that. First, you got to think it up. Then, you got to bring it to reality.
The Bucks shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. That's good from Anthony.
You've got to respect Cole Anthony's workmanlike approach to the game. He's out there to do his job and get results and not focused on putting on a big show. He's about as calm as you can be at the stripe.
Now here's White, and the Bronx tacks on 2 more.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. The Bronx leading by 3. Garnett the pass to Q. The wide open look here for Kuzma. And again, the Bucks miss. The Bronx, they've gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Here's Garnett. And there it is for him.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And that one's good out of the Antetokounmpo.
You know, Giannis has a really good basketball IQ, so he recognizes that taking and making mid-range jumpers is going to help keep the defense honest when they're guarding him.
Now here's Garnett in the game against Philadelphia. Very impressive. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
What a play there. The hoop plus the arm.
Yeah, great concentration there. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim, knew he was going to get hit, and still was able to finish.
Anthony can't hit. The Bronx leading by 6. And stolen by Kuzma. Giannis passes to Turner. Kicks it out to Giannis. Off target from three-point range.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And if you look at what he's done over the last few years, Greg, is Giannis still getting better?
The numbers say yes. Field goal percentage, points per game. He's still a double-digit rebounder, an all-time great breaking new ground.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Hey guys, Giannis Antetokounmpo is embracing his emotional leadership role. He said, "Before I was really serious and quiet. Now I'm more vocal, smiling, having fun. It carries over. I love to lead by example, but I know that my voice carries a lot of weight." Back over to you.
It sure does. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report.
That's how to throw it down with a flourish. Guys, windmill that baby home.
You're right, and he does it on the reverse just for good measure.
Hey, if you're going to go to the windmill, might as well make it as flashy as possible.
Now White following the miss by Kyle Kuzma from deep. A nice shot by Q.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And the Bucks with some changes. Kevin Porter's checked in for Gary Trent, and Rollins subbed in for Anthony. 1:46 left in the first quarter of the game. Kuzma, right side, can't connect from short range.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
Clark, so many games left on the schedule. We are only scratching the surface of this season.
Yeah, you know, these first handful of games have been a lot of fun, though. But you're exactly right. I mean, there's a ton of season left to go, and the standings are going to be pretty fluid until we get further along in the season.
Taurean Prince, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And the foul called on Shea. That's his first foul. Here's Rollins. Turner with a screen on White. Here's Rollins. Clock at 6. Up top, Porter lets it go from deep.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Yeah, you're right. Not one second chance bucket for the opposition. They're boxing out on every shot.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
And they get it. Bronx grabs the miss. They are a hot team right now. 7 consecutive wins and looking for number 8 tonight.
Just playing really solid basketball right now. They're trusting each other more out there and attacking as a group. They're a fist, not individual fingers, which has made them tough to beat.
And so it's Milwaukee with it. The Bronx picking up a basket just moments ago. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. A different look for Milwaukee. Sims is checked in, and it's Portis in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Portis sets the pick for Porter. Pass to Rollins. Fires for 3. It's Shea with a rebound. Here's Q. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Q's got 6.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
And so it's the Bronx with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll get you back to the action after this break.
So explosive.
Oh, is that beautiful.
He's a brave man. You're risking life and limb trying to move like that.
He couldn't pass it up, though, right? Letting it all go.
You know, that's exactly what the fans love to see, guys. I mean, they're paying good money, big money. They want wins, but they also want to be entertained.
Here's Porter. Bronx grabs the miss. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked, but with a purpose. They knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
Well, it really showed the trust they have in one another. I love how they got after it, and you could feel that they were playing for each other.
White against Porter. And the jam by White.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Ugh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there.
Boy, I'd love to get a replay on that one. Let's keep it handy so we can see it again.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. One thing this team loves about Kevin Porter Jr., Clark, he scores the ball.
Yes, he does. He's a walking bucket. You know, we've seen him average about 20 per game for a season, and the one thing you don't have to worry about with Kevin Porter Jr., he's going to keep it in attack mode all the time.
Here's the closer, and all around the rim that time before dropping in. The closer's got his first basket.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
The Bronx leading by 22. Oh!
My good timeout.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and the dunk by Giannis.
Once Giannis gets that close to the rim, you know that he'll do everything he can to make the finish happen.
To the wing right side. Garnett against Trent. Here's the closer. Oh, my! Wow!
That is not possible. What we just... is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said.
He's one of the few players in the NBA who can pull something like that off.
White goes in. And the rejection by Giannis. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the Bucks. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And White kicks to Che. And Che throws it down.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Priority and goal number one has to be tightening up the defense. They can't afford to give him open looks.
Out to Anthony. And it's White with the rebound.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Pass to the closer. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
The Bronx, they've gotten nearly everything to fall for them here in the second quarter. They're a great 7 of 8 from the floor.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Portis sets the pick for Antetokounmpo. Garnett with the steal. Fast break, the Bronx. Oh. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Here's Giannis, and the layup is good. Giannis has got 8 points.
Just a positive force right now for these guys, and though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
There's the closer, kicks it out the chain. Shot clock at 6. Good on the bucket. Shea's got 4 points in the quarter.
And that's an owner's manual possession to get them a good look there.
Kicks it out to Giannis. Offline with his three. Here's the Bronx. They're on a 20-7 run. Hit his leg, and the ref's whistling a kick ball. Milwaukee making a switch here. Turner's checked in. Shot from the inbound. Shea with the bucket.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Bronx team.
And going back to last year, this series was an even split.
Yeah, guys, they feel like they're the better team. The standings would agree with that. I look for them to assert that with their play tonight.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Hey, well, the Bucks want to capitalize on their bigs. Coach Doc Rivers said, one advantage we have is our size, and the slower the game gets, the bigger we get. So taking opponents out of transition, making it a half-court game, allows us to be a big basketball team. Back to you.
Leveraging all that size. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. A nice shot by Q. 14 points for him. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Bronx.
And just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmares clamps thus far.
Another big component of their game early on has been their execution on the fast break. They're getting a bunch of easy baskets, pushing it in transition.
Trent outside. Shot to stop the run. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Trent's got 5 now.
I love that shot from Trent Jr. I mean, stepping in from the line. That gives defenders something else to think about when defending him.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Kuzma finds Giannis. Looking to end his cold spell. It's tipped. It's stolen. Pass to Kuzma. It's deflected. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. The Bronx on top, running away with this one. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Welcome, one and all.
And a look here now at the Bucks. This is when it starts to get real. You pass the opening night energy, and you're not as well rested as you were in the offseason.
Yeah, it's time to show us what you really can do.
And time to talk now about that first half. What a dominant display for the Bronx.
Rebounding.
And that's all for us. Now.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Freak in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And, you know, that's not a job they asked him to do very often, but in the first half, I thought he was in perfect sync with his teammates.
Turner at center with Antetokounmpo next to him. Trent on the wing. He's joined by Kuzma. And it's Anthony in at the point. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting only 27% from the field, looking pretty ugly out there. 13 feet away. Connects, the jumper drops. Anthony's got his second bucket.
Yeah, you know, Anthony has this in his bag. He's practiced these mid-range looks. You can tell.
That was something to see.
My goodness.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim rapper.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Platinum level highlight reel material. That is Showtime stuff there.
Turner with a screen on White. Outside Turner. Kuzma passes to Giannis. Nice move. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Anthony gets it to go.
You just know from a very young age, Cole Anthony's been perfecting that three-point shot. Maybe like his dad. His dad was kind of a pedestrian three-point shooter, though.
Kevin, is there another player out there capable of moves as stunning as that?
A handful at the most. He is in elite company.
Boy, I tell you, he's one of those guys, fellas, that just causes excitement simply by walking into the building.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
When you think about clutch players, Greg, you think scoring. But is that accurate? Or can clutch be in any facet of the game?
It's in all phases. And you think of guys who always seem to come up with that crucial rebound or that big-time stop. Being clutch comes down to will as much as skill.
Trent with the wide-open look. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Here's Q, and he jams it with authority.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Outside Anthony. Trent outside. Off target from outside. The Bronx, they've gotten every shot to drop since halftime. They're 5 for 5 from the floor. Shea passes to the closer, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Bronx shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And a season ago at the charity stripe, this is a group that shot an impressive 81%.
You know, success at the line just became contagious for him. A few guys got on a roll, and it carried over to the rest of the team.
And here comes White, leading the fast break. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. The Bronx, they've made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Kuzma outside. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Kuzma's got his first 3 points of the game.
The timing, the rhythm. Kuzma really does a nice job catching the defense off guard with those catch-and-shoot jumpers.
Shea passes to the closer. Free throw line jump shot, and the Bronx tacks on 2 more.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Outside Turner. Outside Antetokounmpo. Turner with the screen for Antetokounmpo. Takes it inside. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
There are very few guys that move with the grace that Antetokounmpo does on his drive. He's got an easy, long, ground-eating gait that's very effective.
Well, so often we see this transition buckets off turnovers.
And we know turnovers are painful and costly. You get loose with the ball on one end and get punished on the other end.
The great Giannis Antetokounmpo, Clark, winning that 2021 title felt like the final hurdle for him.
Yeah, I think it was a capstone achievement. It was the one thing he hadn't done. I mean, he won back-to-back MVPs. In his mid-20s, he was already a Defensive Player of the Year award winner, too. The Larry O'Brien Trophy was the last piece in the puzzle of a future Hall of Famer.
Bobby Portis has checked in for the Bucks. The 3 from Anthony. It's Shea with a rebound. Shea's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Turner against Garnett. And the layup's good off the glass. Garnett's got 16.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Here's Turner. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Turner's got 4 this quarter.
Confident in the paint, Turner knows he can cash in from this area.
Here's White, and he banks in the layup.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Trent kicks to Anthony. Turner with a screen on White. To the inside, and it's Turner finishing it off.
does a nice job at capitalizing in the screen and roll. I mean, Turner's IQ and size, tough to contain when he's rolling to the basket.
Here's White. The shot's good. White's got 25 points in the game.
He is on one right now, carrying the offense. Just keep finding it.
Pass to Turner. Trent outside. Kuzma outside. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Anthony sets the pick for Trent. The rebound by Q. And it's the Bronx with the ball. And stolen by Kuzma. Over in the corner, Portis. Milwaukee, no good that time either. They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give...
Look out!
Wow, we are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special.
A circus dunk for me right there, guys.
And there's the foul. It's on Q. That's his first foul.
Substitution on the court.
Porter looking it over. Shot clock at 5. From past the arc. That one's not going to go. No good. Shot missing. And so it's the Bronx holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. Their defense has been active and effective. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So on the floor for the Bronx, Q out there with Che. Then it's Garnett, and it's the closer. And it's White in at the point guard. And stolen by White.
Well, that was a superb read defensively. He jumped right into the passing lane the instant the ball left the passer's hand.
And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Bronx?
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end, tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump at it.
It's deflected. Here's the closer, covered by Rollins. The closer passes to Q. Good. Q's got 5 points now this quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint. Look, the intentions were good. I like the unselfishness, but the execution, a lot to be desired.
60 seconds off the clock here in the 4th. White against Porter. White is... Oh, it just pounded in! Pounded in!
Goodness. Oh! Woo-wee. How about that?
And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. Prince outside. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Giannis has got 3 assists in the game. Che inside. Covered by Giannis. And Che throws it down hard.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up.
Yes, he does. That's what we call helium. Yeast rising and helium floating.
Porter, no luck.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
High post shot. Basket counts.
Right on the money. Porter Jr. wanting to make an impact and a statement from the mid-range.
Here's White.
Oh, man.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think.
Outstanding awareness and a terrific finish.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. But you're so familiar with the college game. What's the biggest adjustment for guys coming into the pros?
I think the strength of the NBA players, Kevin, and the pace of play, and then also the number of games. I mean, that's just a lot more than what you see in college, and how you go about preparing for that type of schedule, that type of physical talent, that type of physical wear and tear is something that no college player is usually ready to handle until he goes through it.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Kicks it out to Prince, and stolen by Che. White dishes to Garnett. Down low, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Prince. Trent's checked in for Kevin Porter. And Anthony subbed in for Rollins. On the wing, Giannis. Covered by Che. Just 5 to shoot. Anthony finds Trent. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Count that one.
Well, they had a rough stretch shooting in the first half. I mean, they've seemingly made the changes they've needed to make to improve that shooting percentage.
Here's Che. Garnett outside. Here's Che, and Che throws it down.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And Kuzma has it in the corner. Here's Q. Antetokounmpo defending. Q's shot is off. Giannis kicks to Turner. Out to Anthony. Back to Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
When it comes to stuffing the stat sheet, Antetokounmpo does it very well in just about every category. But his greatest strength is he's a dominant scorer.
Out to Anthony. Cuts off the pass. Here's Q. Pass to the closer. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game.
Well, when you know it, you got to show it. Offensively, he's carrying his weight, doing his part. Maybe they should get the ball to him a little bit more.
Trent against White. Kicks it out to Che. Back to White. The tray. Knocks down the 3-ball. White's got 32 points in the game.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Bronx.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Freak.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Kicks it out to Garnett. Inside, here's Q, and that one is stuffed right through.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
The wide open look here for Anthony. Nails it from the high post.
That is good offense, unselfish play.
Now here's White. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Boy, he gives this team exactly whatever scoring it needs, and that's one of the things you really like about him.
So no problem for the Bronx as they get the win. And they're off to a great start in the NBA Cup, a 2-0 record in the group stage.
And in this format, you need a third win in the group stage. So with 2 games left, they're in great position.
And that about wraps it up. So for Allie LaForce and my colleagues here at the table, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us. But first, let's review